the Suzuki Swift 1.6 Sport. Let's focus on the differences between this model and the 1.4 GLS that we tested the other day. You start off, you have a look at the front end. It's got the high intensity discharge HID headlights, which of course make a very big difference to your visibility at night, as well as you can see a lot of extra trim and detailing in grey and silver around the headlights as well. This particular one of course has lots of extra graphics which are not standard, but certainly give you that racy effect, there is no doubt, including that little trim line around the wheels even, just to add to the sportiness of this particular car, although that is not necessarily totally standard on the sport version. What is standard is the big spoiler on the top of the hatchback, which you can see over here even though the hatch is open. Looking into the hatch and into the boot, standard boot space 210 litres, which is fair or adequate for a smaller hatchback like this, a B segment hatchback, but you can of course fold down the seats 60-40, so you can extend that. The sport version retails at 241,900 Rand, giving you that 1.6 litre engine, which puts out 100 kilowatts and 160 newton meters of torque, so quite an increase over the four-cylinder version with its 70 kilowatts, as well as I mentioned, a few extras as well on the car. Let's take a look inside. Behind the wheel of the 1.6 Sport Suzuki Swift, you can see it's a very, very comfortable place, very sporty place to be. Nice red detailing and stitching on the steering wheel, just to give you that sportier feel. The standard multifunction steering wheel, as you'll get on all versions of the 1.4 and 1.6 Swift with your multifunction controls, and a little added button down here, which I've got to just get to for you. But if you have a look, the stop-start button on the engine, and it has a button below it, which is your ESP. And what does ESP stand for? You can see it over there on the left. That is Electronic Stability Program, which the button I showed you is what I love to term the hooligan switch, where you can actually switch out that electronic stability program, so you can have a little bit of fun behind the wheel of this car. Also down below over there, you'll see the other sporty touch, which is the metal finished pedals, just for that extra sportiness. In the center, the console is pretty much the same as the other versions, but this is not a little difference, a very big difference on this version. The 6-speed manual gearbox, close ratio, very short shifting gearbox, and definitely built for having a bit of fun with it, there is no doubt. This car retails at 241,900 Rand, so you're looking at a premium of about 40,000 Rand over and above the 1.4 version for the extra power, extra features like those HID headlights, and you'll see also quite a few trim features and differences on this car as well. Let's just check out the back seat. Life in the back seat could be pretty pleasant in the Suzuki Swift. Plenty headroom for me sitting with my hat on, room for 2 to 3 in the back seat, you would never have any issue with that, and more than adequate legroom for me with my seat set for myself. So let's summarize. The sport version or the 1.4 version, 40,000 Rand, but you're getting lots of extra features and a lot more power, a lot more go. There is no doubt about that. It's really one of these cases where it's up to you. You have to decide how much show, how much go, how many features do you want, building in, of course, those extra safety features that do account for a portion of that additional price as well. Lots of fun. This is a fun car in my book. It's in the B segment, but it's one of that mini segment within the B that I would term a fun car. What would you look at as a competition? Well, I suppose you would look at the Fiesta ST from Ford, or you could look at the VW Polo GTI. They're both a little bit more money, but then again, they have got more power than this as well. It's really a case of take a look, take your choice. You get a 3-year, 60,000 kilometer maintenance plan included in this price as well.